Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and today we are going to talk about Malaysia.
I want to start talking about the flag of Malaysia. It has 14 red and white horizontal strips. The strips representing the equality between the federal government and the 30 states of Malaysia. And the top left, there is a royal blue rectangle. This rectangle representing the unity. And inside it, there is a crescent moon. This moon representing the Islam. The Islam is the main religion in Malaysia. And the star. The star has 14 points, 30 of them representing all the states of Malaysia, and one represent the federal government. This means that the star symbolizing the union between the federal government and the 30 states of Malaysia. I was talking about the languages spoken in Malaysia. The official language is Malay, also known as Bahasa Malaysia. But in the country, other languages are also spoken by different group of people, like English, Chinese, Tamil, or even some local dialects. Malaysia is a country with many cultures, many languages.
Historical aspects. Malaysia is a country composed of two regions, Peninsular Malaysia and East Malaysia. And of course, all over the years, these two regions have been full of history. Let's talk about the colonial period. For several years, Malaysia was under the control of multiple colonial powers. Some of them were Portugal and the Dutch Republic, and during their respective periods of time in the country, they grew up the economy, but they also built buildings and churches and made the country grow. Another two important colonial powers that invaded Malaysia back in time were the United Kingdom and Japan. About the United Kingdom, we can say that it was a good chapter in Malaysian history because they created schools and improved the health system, but during the Second World War, Japan invaded Malaysia, and we can say that it was not a very good time for them because many hate crimes were committed before the control returned to British hands. Let's talk about the food, which is part of the social and cultural aspects. As we all know, Malaysia is a country with many traditional dishes, but right now we are going to talk about some specific ones that are very popular there. For example, we have nasi lemak, which is a very popular dish made with rice. We also have another one called laksa, and this is like a type of noodle soup, and it's also very popular in the country. We also have rendak beef, and this dish it's very popular and commonly served at wedding ceremonies and special events. And finally, we have the sendol, which is like a dessert. Um, it's like a drink made with sugar, coconut milk, and of course the sendol, which is the main ingredient.
Social, cultural, and aspect. The traditional music, which is the distinct guns and xylophones, and the drums, is the winter performance at the ceremony. On a special occasion, a royal orchestra is playing solemn music on instruments.
Traditions. Malaysia is a country very rich in culture, and of course they have a lot of traditions. An important one is the East Wind Festival, and during this festival Malaysians have fun with a lot of creative things. For example, they have buffalo races, and they even pick the strongest farmer in town, but the most important thing that they do is decorate kites, and that's why it's called the Wind Festival, because during this festival they play with kites. And another important tradition is the Feng Shui. And this is because almost every decision that Malaysians made is based on the Feng Shui rules and Feng Shui principles. For example, the decoration of their houses, the clothes that they use, even their behavior is based on the feng shui rules, and that's why it's an important tradition in the country.
Clothing. This is a traditional clothing of Malaysia. For men and women, they wear a traditional outfit called behang kerung. It's different style for men and for women. For men, they wear a long shirt and pants, and they wear a kind socket. It's a special clothes that are around the waist, and they also wear a traditional sun cone. It's like a cap and could be for different colors. And for the women's, they wear a colorful version of the behun curtain, and often with floral designs. And many women also wear the tutun. It's it's a hand scarf, and it's used for culture and religions reasons. And the clothing is an important part of the culture of Malaysia.
One important cultural aspect of Malaysia are the festivals. One of them are the Thaipusam Festival. Well, the Thaipusam Festival is a significant Hindu festival, primarily celebrated by the Tamil community in Malaysia. The festival is dedicated to Lord Murugan, the Hindu god of war, um, victory and wisdom. It commemorates the day when his mother, goddess Parvati, gave him the bell, or also known as the divine spear, to vanquish the demon Sora Padman. Thaipusam typically takes place in the Tamil month of Thai, which falls between January and February. Well, one of the most famous and largest Thaipusam celebrations in the world takes place at the Batu Caves Temple near Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, where thousands of devotees ascend 2072 steps to the temple caves. Another famous festival from Malaysia is Hari Gawai. Hari Gawai is a festival celebrated in Sarawak, Malaysia, around the 1st of June each year, and it's a time for the Dayak people to give thanks for a bountiful rice harvest. The festivities are rich with traditional dances, music, and various spiritual rituals. It sounds like a vibrant and meaningful celebration, deeply rooted in agriculture.
Now I will talk about one of the most important traditional dance of Malaysia. It's called joget. Um, it is usually danced in pairs by a man and a woman, and it has a fast hand and foot movements. You can often see this dance at weddings, festivals, or social events. It performs with traditional music that has cheerful or energy rhythm. And this dance is a important part of the Malaysian culture.
Now I'm going to talk about some of the political aspects from Malaysia. Well, the Yangdi Pertuan Agong is the supreme head of the state of Malaysia. While that role is elected from among the nine hereditary rulers, or also can be known as sultans of the Malay states. Mm, well, unlike the traditional hereditary monarchies where the position passes down with a single family line, the Yangdi Pertuan Agong is elected by the Conference of Rulers, which consists of the nine sultans. Well, and also that position rotates among the nine sultans, typically for a term of 5 years. Next, I'm going to talk about the parliamentary system of Malaysia. Well, it's divided into powers, the Dewan Rakyat and the Dewan Negara. Well, and the Dewan Rakyat is primarily composed by elected people and is the most powerful between those two. Those two. The second is the Dewan Negara, is the upper house of the Malaysian Parliament, and is less powerful than the Dewan Rakyat. Also, the executive power of Malaysia is composed by a prime minister, and that prime minister is appointed by the king, or also known as the Yang di Pertuan Agong. And next, I'm going to talk about the Islam and politics. Well, the Islam is the main religion of Malaysia, and also some of the laws are based in Islam. But the the government of Malaysia also allows freedom of religion.
Cultural iconics. In Malaysia, we have many notable figures who excel in various fields, including singers, business people, and of course, great athletes. Some of them are Michael Young, Jimmy Chong, Lee Chong Wei, and Nicole David. Tourists and landmarks. We found many very incredible and unique to places to visit the Malaysia and spend an unique and incredible vacation. Each of the places had its unique history that tells you age of the taste and corners. Lexis hibiscus. Hibiscus is a very important flower in Malaysia culture, and its presence had a research could be related to promoting local culture. Crystal Mosque. This magnificent structure has the massive crystal by locals is not just a place or worship but a symbol and arch- architectural innovation and religious significance for people. The Petronas Twin Towers are a promising future of the Kuala Lumpur's economic and international symbol of Malaysia. Sultan Abdul Samad Building is named after of the Selangor Sir Abdul is a regiment from the 1857 to 1898.